Okay, so now we have access here. Is it really not enough? What kind of wood would you be able to get from trees like this? Because that was a... Why is this so good? Hey, a lookout point. First, we gotta take the time to look at it. Yeah. Wing conflux. This is a statue, it looks. Look there, the wind. I see it. I can't turn around, but there we go. This is Justinian's doing. I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Whee! Whoa! Boink. Now we're over here. A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scions should arrive before long. He did it. He found a way forward for us. He did. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, laminating the horrors of war. The Justinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting Alphino, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alice is right. We must press on for their sake. A test of will. Rose prayers. Sacrifice. Why are the wording so weird here? Is it because it's unknown now? As your stoller now, as they said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surrounding. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It be prudent to learn more of it, then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in this sand. Whoa, what is that though in the back? That might be the source. Where they are, where she is. This is insane. So we're not. So down there was where the dragons are. And up here is where I guess. Whoa. What the. The other one. Drifting air. Yeah, we're getting into that weird, like, space. Like, weirdness of space. Wait, up here. Up. Yeah. The moment has come. This is it. You know, look at this too. Northwest, huh? What? 10 of them? Really? Probably all scrunched together, though. Ow! Alright, we got our work cut out for us. What are these things? Oh, they're ghosts! They're like modifications of the... Yeah, that's what they are. Mm-hmm. Give me a moment. I gotta do something. Mm. 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 Forget what that song is called. Song? Wait. Can I go? Be in my favorites. I'm sorry, but I'm looking. I shouldn't. Oh my god! When you really look at the playlists that I've designed for my YouTube channel, it's like, oh. Is it? What is? You know what? Let's do. Oh. And there we go. And turning, honestly, when I making Zim into a DJ was probably the hardest thing for me to do in a roleplay. You have to go through an assortment of music, make sure you don't play something that's spoiler, even though you want to play that song, and it's like, Were it not for the violet crystals embedded on its surface, it would appear as ordinary stone. Curious script has been etched upon it. Alas, it's not in a language which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their language in song and eschew the written word entirely. So we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Trying to claim the dragon world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like it's not Dolphweed, it's a way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? Where? I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seemed to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Okay. Yep, we're slowly gonna go over there. This place has been amazing. Like, I'm so glad they didn't reveal all the zones in the, like, what you call it. This was a twist that was never expected. Hello, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Hello. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I've forgotten the exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. What the? Okay. When the vibration of vocals folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, I believe, was pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for my individual part, I believe it would be pronounced yes, under of the A. The A. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as this place is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then? That is well, for there is something I wish to ask you. Like yourselves, we are ether-based life forms, therefore it may implies that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. Total, I have prepared 198,700,000, 12,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies. I have omitted details necessary to understand the nature of microclimate. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh. Have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with the physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why? To bring it into our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong. It would be a simple matter of to unmake ourselves through use of exterior extinguishers, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impairment and one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. Are you saying we should very much like to hear more of your plans? In exchange, we will answer your questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Please stop doing that. That is so disturbing when he does that. When his head just pops off like that. Very well. To ensure an exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the A, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative to the technical approval of our plans, in which your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the air wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Northwest, huh? What is that? Oh! Oh! I've seen those. I forget where they're from. But I have seen those before. And they're just starving. Wait, is that a... That's a fate? Oh! Oh! Let's do a fate! Fate time! Fate time! Let's go! Love me some fates! I only do fates if, yeah, I only do fates if, I've never seen features. So it's kind of like... Sorry. I got overly excited over there for that over a moment. This is the same thing. Fallen. Aha! Now I remember, they turn into that, and I can't remember what they're from. Are they from 11? Like I said, I can't remember. What? Oh, we were too late. I didn't even bother to look at the time, or I would have pushed harder to get that done. Oh, I feel bad now. I tried. It is just, it feels familiar, yet at the same time not, and I don't... Is there anybody here? The pool. Ew, should I be swimming in this? Ew. Up here. Oh, no way. Oh, I think I'm going. It's about to get a zillion more. They kind of look like crop circles in the ground itself. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone. Ah, their homes. You say they remain idle? Well, what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, well, given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research. For it is no longer necessary. If our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in their motile state, rest assured they would not eject for you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate. Huh. Weird. This whole thing is weird. By the way, okay, we got it already. Never mind. It's gonna be like, you cast your thoughts to the, but there is no response. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray a moment, if you would. Why we seek our end, you asked? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember. What form did I take when I last emerged? Do their forms change depending on what they desire? They're like cocoons, I guess. Strange moaning comes and goes, but fades into silence. It's weird. This whole thing has become weird and amazing at the same time. Hmm. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. They failed to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated either now. Worry not, there are no others who have need of these lashes to hinder to remain as they are. And more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience. Yes, I imagine that they will put us ere long. I'm weirded out. Flesh abandoned. Yeah, notice how the words in the quest are getting weird, as if it's becoming unknowable. Like you can't understand what is going on now. Like you're trying to comprehend everything, and it's like it's becoming more and more foreign. I think it can't be just a mistake with like them trying to translate everything, but I think it's done like that on purpose. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few have awoken. Have awakened. Ah, there they are. Oh no. Please, if they all do it at once, I'm gonna be so disturbed. May I introduce you to Locked in that will I do, and then did you go? Huh? It's been too long. There's a SAR 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention. I had noticed how unraveled some have become. Travelers. Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. You die. Truth of the matter is, as plain to see as the neighboring systems. But my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement of scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? Nay, there are not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford may have such similarities and voices unavoidable. By the way, have you already observed the precious custom of travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form? They'll do it. Yes. So long as it's been, it had completely escaped my mind, and still does. What was it again? I can't remember. Oh, now stop this! Why? Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we could search the archives for you. Come now, the archives have long been frozen. Subject ourselves to further dole. Surely you recall that much. Of course, food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they regularly replenish their ether, contributing to their replenishment. We communicate our friendly intention. They're trying to piece together how to be good hosts. That's right. I assure you, you don't need to do anything. We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. We have a chance to learn something, and I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether. This facility, where we replenish our ether, there is no particular name for it, but we traditionally sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please absorb it as much as you like. I don't like this plan, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this one bit. I have a feeling they're about to just take over all our bodies. Brace yourself for the rest of the sweet air, but nothing seems to happen. Wait a little longer. I don't think it works how they think it does. Because I expect it as many as one might create in its own world. It's just open with all. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amaranth. However, appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that this is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So in other words, act like you just got a bunch of ether. Oh, that was... Bill of ether? Yeah. Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms. Oh, how unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Oh. Through your mouths, you say. How primitive and quite. To think that their mouths are running not only to expel sound, but draw in substance besides. Life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificence, we rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquiring ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to attain vessels of flesh and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? Your flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the arrow yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advances. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. Same thing as always. It's just the same road. Get rid of sorrow and just have true happiness. But you can't live in a world like that. There has to be sorrow and such. From the tangibles, such as land, to the intangibles, such as labor, there exist many hindrances to progress. But the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespans was progressively middling. See, too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. Yes, we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. Whoa. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomenon. Therefore, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believe that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. But you never. And did you find the answers you sought? No. What? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge is said knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, it is not our duty to warn them. What thinkest thou? Zola, we have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discover, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Eligea. fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. You sure? Where knowledge leads. Are you sure, Stola? Huh? All right. Arrow, we joined this. We joined. There was one troubling matter I would fain investigate. Ronald Grahatia, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode. If you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Ariandra, but I trust you have our best intentions at heart. The rest of us shall go ahead to where we go. Please you worry, we won't start without you. Uh-oh. I see them. Here they come. Here they come. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Never mind. There's like 3 of them? Yeah, there's like one. So, I'm trying to count out how many side quests could be here all of a sudden. Get inside. This place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is not to investigate. It is but a pretense to speak in private. Oh. You have our undivided attention? As we have established, here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. But what question does arise from in my mind? So faithfully formed are the simulacra. They believe themselves yet amongst the living. How does thou suppose this is possible? Ah. Of course, she must have visited the stars and the dragons and the arrow before their race perished in their entirety. Thus could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacrum than had she relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption consider how those two races may have met their minds. According to thy own tale, Matron perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own, a heightened sense of empathy to our nature as an entity. The course of her starfaring journey, as she encountered beings who strongly desire a cessation of their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possessed the power to grant it, the power of dynamis. It is my nation that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Matron did unleash dynamis and ushered the dragons and arrow unto their doom. Of course, such is not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervorous desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why did you tell us this now? Nor again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make my comrades in bringing thee in my confidence. I would remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the crystal. I once placed my faith in thy cruising path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound thy demise. I ask now that thou return the favor and abide in faith as I fulfill my own destiny. Oh no. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? Oh, I guess we know who's the next sacrifice. The integrity of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. And even if I needs go to such lengths, I cannot well for in ignorance of the answer I have found within. Yep. The answer to the question, and what might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must. Do what you must, and see your convictions through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado, let us go to join our comrades. Let us be off to Ligia. Sure. It seems everyone is accounted for, shall we then? Go.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Denet 3. As such, In order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
Ish. Please stop doing that. I beg you.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age.
Sure.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality Our greatest invention became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators.
That's what these are.
Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls, though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words.
Passing one's eyes over words. What? Okay, time to focus.
Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Nice.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Asm's Matt.
But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Huh? What's that? Only
What's
4.
this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
A dead one.
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Where knowledge leads. Oh! Oh, there's 3? There's 3. There's just 3 side quests, okay.